The shadow market. Elijah Hayes, an ambitious investigative journalist, thrived on uncovering hidden truths. One evening, he received an anonymous tip that intrigued him, a cryptic message about an underground market where secrets were the most valuable currency. The shadow market, as it was known, dealt not in money or goods but in information, dangerous, life-altering secrets that could make or break anyone's life. It operated on the fringes of society, and no one really knew who ran it or why. Elijah knew that a story like this could propel his career to new heights, but he also sensed the risk. The more he researched, the more he realized how deeply the shadow market's roots ran. Politicians, CEOs, and criminals were all connected by this invisible web of traded secrets. Determined to infiltrate it, Elijah decided to pose as a buyer, crafting a false identity and using every contact he had in the underworld to gain access. Late one night, Elijah received a location, a dimly lit bar in a part of town where the streetlights barely worked and the police rarely patrolled. He arrived, his nerves hidden behind a cool exterior. Inside, he was met with the smoky haze of cigar smoke, the low murmurs of quiet conversations, and the feeling that every eye in the room was judging him. He spotted his contact, a thin man in a dark suit with sharp features and an unsettlingly calm demeanor. He introduced himself as Mr. Black, a broker in the shadow market. They exchanged pleasantries before he got down to business. "You understand the rules?" he asked, his voice smooth and emotionless. "Information is the currency here. We trade in truths, lies, and everything in between. Once you enter, you're bound by the market's code. No names, no faces, just deals." Elijah nodded, hiding his recording device in his jacket. He needed to gain their trust, to get close enough to see how this secret society worked. Mr. Black led him to a back room where dimly lit booths lined the walls, each occupied by shadowy figures trading files, whispers, and threats. Elijah's heart raced as he watched powerful figures exchange damning evidence about each other as casually as one might trade stocks. As the night wore on, he managed to obtain a small piece of information about a corrupt politician, a minor trade to get his foot in the door. But then something unexpected happened. A man in the next booth, his face obscured by a wide-brimmed hat, was arguing with Mr. Black. He slid a photograph across the table. Elijah's blood ran cold when he saw it. It was a picture of him, taken just that morning outside his apartment. "Elijah Hayes," the man said, his voice dripping with disdain, "a journalist poking his nose where it doesn't belong. He's been asking too many questions."
Elijah's cover was blown and panic set in. He needed to act quickly. As the shadows closed in around him, he tried to blend into the crowd, hoping to slip away unnoticed. His heart pounded as he navigated through the dimly lit room, his mind racing with escape plans. In the chaos, he overheard snippets of conversations about deals gone wrong and lives being ruined. He realized the market wasn't just about trading information, it was a network of manipulation and power plays that extended far beyond what he'd initially imagined. The stakes were higher and the danger more imminent. Elijah managed to escape the bar, but he knew the real challenge was just beginning. The shadow market had taken notice of him, and now he had to find a way to stay one step ahead of those who wanted him silenced. He had to piece together the network of secrets and find out who was behind it all before he became the next victim of this dark and dangerous world. As he continued his investigation, he uncovered a trail of corruption and deceit that led to some of the most powerful figures in society. With every revelation, the stakes grew higher, and Elijah found himself entangled in a deadly game where the truth was more perilous than he ever imagined. Don't forget to subscribe.